Hey everybody, welcome on back to the Survival Series 116 Let's Play episode number 5. Oh yes, number 5, ready to go. And yeah, we've been doing really good on this series. Already netherite. It's great. And the last video was an absolutely insanely large episode filled with lots of crazy stuff. We built a whole creeper farm. It's over there. Well, I built it mostly off camera, and we worked on this little mine shaft area. Oh, it's so fun to go up that minecart ride. And also, it's really cool to look around here. Yeah, I also set up some furnaces here. Just, I don't know, some furnaces for smelting. And yeah, this was basically just so I could have a strip mine right around here. I've gone down one path. But yeah, basically that's all there is to this area. And I recorded it over like 2 weeks, so it definitely took a while. But it was worth it because it's great, it looks awesome, and I'm excited. And you know what, guys, you know what I'm also excited about? I'm excited that Replay Mod has finally been updated to 1.16. That is just a game changer. I love Replay Mod, and as you saw by the little cinematic at the start, it's just a lot of fun to play around with and do all this cool camera stuff, and yeah, I love it. Anyways, what are we doing in today's video? Oh, also we built up this little mine area. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to it's kind of easy to forget what I've done because it was pretty awesome. Yeah, and this down here, pretty cool. Yeah, you should definitely check out last video. It was crazy. Yeah, I actually had to condense. It was like an hour of footage, but I had to condense it down. Anyways, let's talk about this episode. I'm sorry for rambling on, but I had to because it took me a while. Right, so today we will be expanding our village, because guess what we have? We have one building, and we have two buildings. Right up there we have 2 buildings total, and that's just not cutting it for me. We need to do something better than that, and I have a great plan. What the heck? I have a great plan for today's video. So I got my buddy Skunk, also master architect, great builder, and I just had a question for you. What should we use our netherite scrap for? I got some tools, I got some armor, so what do you think?
Bro, I really don't care.
Oh, you don't care what I have. Okay. You know, I should have expected that. Yeah, you're kind of my only friend here. I was hoping you'd. I'm a little disappointed the Skunk doesn't care what my tools have on it, but I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that yeah, that is a thing. So let's get started with a little bit of planning, guys. I have planned out this little part over here, an attachment to the structure, because I don't really like how this one was looking. I think it needs more shapes, you know. Sometimes it's the texture, sometimes it's the color, the details, but for me, most of the time, it's just add another shape. Add something extra to it, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. Just thought it looked really flat on this side. So yeah, we're gonna fix that. Besides that, guys, I've been keeping secret with like what I'm doing with this village. I wanted to keep the style we're going for slightly secret. Okay, so you see, that's pretty cool. You know, we got a tree, we got some buildings, it's great and all, but what are we going to do to really make this village stand out from something else? And here was my idea. Now, with this village, I've been kind of keeping secret what I want to do with it. So, I don't know. I've gone 5 episodes and I haven't told you what we're doing here. Yeah, these buildings are cool and all. They're alright, but we gotta do so much more with them, and that's kind of what I'm gonna show you in this episode. Consider this a village transformation, and I'm definitely not saying what I've got going on here is not cool. I mean, we got something good going on here, but I've kind of kept everything to a minimal. You know, we got like little wooden beams, a small thing here, some basic structures, and yeah, today is the day. We are going to completely overhaul this place and make it look fantastic. And if you can't tell by how enthused I am right now, I'm so excited. I am so excited to get started with this. And yeah, we're gonna start out by just planning out some things with netherrack. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my video on how to build better in Minecraft, and of course that's really vague, but you'll have to watch the video just to see exactly what I talk about. Not only do I recommend it, but Mario on the Afterlife server, Square Mario, he recommends it too, so take it from him. I actually did really well on that video, I think, and I did a pretty good job on explaining how I build. So in this video, I'm really going to try and apply some of those techniques I explained in that video, simply because I do it in most of my builds first off, but I want to identify them and help you. Okay guys, I've brought up a little bit of a foundation for this house here, and some other things like the roof we're going to be putting here, and yeah, just some other general things that, well, I mean, it's all in my head right now, but yeah, it might not make sense to you, the viewer. It's okay. It's gonna look great, and you know what, guys? You might be thinking this kind of just looks like a regular old medieval house, and I do not disagree. It kind of is starting to look like that, and I wanted to do that. But as I've said with this village many times, we're gonna start adding some fantasy stuff to it. I want to make this place look just very fantasy, but still sticking to some sort of a medieval theme. So I think with the start, we're just gonna go basic. We're gonna build her roof, and it's gonna be very, very fine. And there's nothing to worry about here. And yeah, that's all I had to say. So for starters, we're just gonna build our roof, and nobody can say anything because my roof is gonna look great. And it's definitely not a medieval building. Yeah, it totally is. And you know what? I thought about it, and I think some acacia, since acacia is kind of toned down in this texture pack, so I really like it. I think it's a very, very nice color. And yeah, we're gonna build our roof right here. This is like a little outcropping. Yes, yes. And we might even, you know what? We might even bring this down just a little bit more. But let's crafting table. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that works. That's nice. Yeah, this does have a nice feel. Let's actually bring this down and see what happens. Now here's something I think I've been tripping up very, very recently, and that I should be fixing in my building style in general, is that I just use way too much color. Like, color's good, but only to an extent. Hold on, drop that. So I wanted to use acacia, crimson, spruce, and birch, but I gotta hold off. I gotta hold off on using so many different colors. It's just gonna make the build look very, very crazy. And you don't want your build to... Sometimes simple is the way to go. So for this, I'm actually just gonna use some simple spruce. Simple spruce, and it's gonna look great. I really want to use some birch, but I think that'll just end up being too much. So let's see here. Yep. That's okay. That works fine. Yeah, just nothing too hard and harsh and crazy. It'll be very, very beneficial for the whole village, actually. And you know, guys, a cool thing about this kind of like hanging over right here is now we have this extra little spot right in here. And we can place, I wish I had some trapdoors on me. Pretend these are trapdoors. You can place some trapdoors here. And now look, we can have some bushes and some flower pots hanging down from there. That is very, very nice. A very good use of the extra gap there. Also, one thing I like to do from preventing something from turning out to be too flat is I like to come up a little bit and just add some small little thing like this. And we'll do it one more up to there. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, just a small little thing to help it not feel so flat. That works out very, very nice. Yeah, I like that. And here we go. I think I've got the house to a part where I can say the shape is looking pretty good. It's about done. There's a lot of details that need to be finished about it. But yeah, as you can see, like, there's a little indent part. And I love that. I love that about this little place. And yeah, you know what? Now it is time to start turning this village into actually something that, well, I said it would be. And guys, let's start simple. By starting simple, we're just gonna build a big tree. I want to fill this place up with very, very old trees. Make it look like people that have lived here, they've been living here a long, long time. And so, not all the trees are just like this, where, you know, they're a few years old, maybe a few decades actually. These trees are gonna be centuries old. I think that will give this, I think that'll give this place a lot of character. So using this hill here, we're going to bring up a tree, and what I noticed about this house is that there's this weird flat spot on the roof, which, you know, it's fine. It's not a big deal, but I want to hide it. I don't like it. So that's kind of how this tree is going to stretch. It's going to stretch over into this area. Now, building big trees like this definitely is not my forte. I'm not amazing at it, but I'm just going to continue to work on it. This will probably take me a long while to really get it how I want it to, but no, I'm kind of ready. I'm kind of ready just to figure out how to do these trees better. And well, that's not good, but I guess it's a good sign. I've used all the oak wood I gathered. So we got like a stack of logs in there, and just to see the shape, okay, you know what, I'm happy with it. I'd say once we add the leaves and add more branches, it's gonna look good. We definitely need one like right in that area. Oh, you know what, that's actually really cool. I like this. And yeah, we need to add another branch coming down into this area. Pro tip for me, if you ever have a blank space on a building, just add a giant tree. It always helps. Just add a giant tree and you'll be good to go. And a good while later, I've finished building this tree. And you know what? I actually had so much fun building this tree because I feel like I've got it down to something that's manageable, and I really like how it looks. Like how you can see up top there. Oh, that's so beautiful. You can kind of see the branches, and if we come over here, yes, that is so good looking. This is really displays like kind of how old it is. And actually, you know what? I was thinking we get some acacia logs and kind of mix them in there, almost looking like stone has kind of gone into the tree. What is it called? Petrified wood? Yeah, like parts of it could have been petrified. That seems so cool, but look at that. Look at that space we just filled up there, and now you can't see over to this other side. I particularly love how you can't see over here because we're going to actually build some more buildings probably here. Maybe some farmland, some other stuff. I'll figure it out eventually. But I've kind of just like fallen in love with this tree. I love this tree. I'm going to build more of these trees, and they're going to be great, and I'm going to love it. Yeah. But guys, in this episode, at the start I said I really want to get a lot of progress done on the village. So you know what? Let me go ahead and I'm going to plan out some buildings, and I think we're going to get started on some more houses. I know we've already done a lot in today's video, but I'm just so pumped to get this this village all looking amazing. Let's do it. Okay guys, I've gone ahead and planned out a couple more things. They're all in my head. This is actually just going to be a small tower. Going up to that point up there, but yeah, you know, I think we got something good going here. We got some interesting things. I've got plans. Got some really great stuff we're gonna do here. I've also chopped the trees up here because, well, I needed wood first off, and I'm thinking we actually might be building something up here. I think we might be building something up here or there. I don't know. I got some plans. They're in my head. I mean, that's like everything I build. But I just thought we'd come over here and look at this. Look at this view. Oh, that's so cool. I love this view. Just, you can see the farms and our starter house and these houses here. Oh, I need to build that. I need to build that. And the tree and another tree. We need to add more trees. There needs to be more trees. Okay, well, we're going to do that soon. But you know what, guys? But you know what, guys? I've waited for replay mod long enough, and you know what time it is? It's time we hit up a time lapse, finally, with replay mod. I'm super excited. So, without further ado, let's hit it. And there we go, guys. One time lapse later. Wow. Is there such a thing as too much progress? I think, because I think I did that. Anyways, yeah, you know, this place is just looking so magical. I actually found the perfect viewing spot for this. And basically, you gotta do a little bit of Assassin's Creed parkour. Jump over here, get on top of there, and look at this view. Look at that beautiful view. I love this. Oh, it's just so good. I don't know about you, but this is just like, this village is turning out to be something amazing. Yeah, but you know what? It would be even more amazing if we started adding some more details on the street side, because currently it's a little bit barren. And one easy way to do that is just by adding a couple little bits of crates and stuff. By the way, my texture pack, these are actually Flips, a crate design. I kind of like them. They're pretty cool. Anyways, just dot a couple more of these around, just completely randomly. Helps fill up the space, but I say we don't want to overdo it. Otherwise, no, just gets a little bit too much everywhere, you know? And what I think we're going to do with this little back area, I really didn't have any idea what I want to do with it, but now I do. I think a nice little bit of a flower box planter might be nice, because the more, like, if you can add some natural aspects into your village, city, whatever it is, it'll make it seem so much better. Gosh, I'm struggling with words right now. Okay, there we go. That's pretty nice, I'd say. Yeah, just a small little thing, and oh, we need to add some more lighting. Lighting. How do we make some hidden lighting? I don't know. I say we probably get some carpets, and yeah, hide it under the roadside. That'll probably be pretty good. Actually, we're gonna hold off on the carpets for now. I just don't really feel like filling them in right now, but you know, up here, right up this way, there's this very open space right here, and I want this to feel like a closed-in village. So how exactly can I start by doing that? And ignoring this hole here, I had an idea. What I want to do is add these little, what do you call these, planter boxes? I don't know, they're kind of farms, but basically we can add these here, maybe like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know, we'll work on the shape a little bit, but you can kind of see just adding this to fill up the space might work really well in our favor to start making this feel more villagey. And also let's add one more of these, but this time let's make this one lower to the ground, just so this one looks a little bit more manageable to get to. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, because I definitely don't want this to, like, block the view right here. Speaking of blocking the view, I want to block it with a gigantic tree growing right here. Yeah, this place needs another tree. And yes, I do realize how redundant that sounded. I don't want to block the view with this. I want to block the view with the giant tree. Yeah, it does sound a little redundant, but it's okay. It's gonna look great. You know, honestly, guys, I kind of find building these trees pretty relaxing. It's kind of weird. Something about the shape of this tree is just so fun to work with. Usually I'll get tired after building a few trees of one, but this, I don't know, I could honestly build these for a while and not get bored of it. It's quite nice. If I could give one tip to you guys when building custom trees, at least oak trees like this, the more branches you have, the easier it is going to be to add the leaves. Like, I'm just smothering this thing in spruce fences, obviously, you know, being strategic about it, but, you know, I'm just placing them, like, in places where just small branches like that even help it out. I need to remove these fences, place them with something not spruce. This is what I'm talking about. Not you, not what I'm talking about, but this tree. Oh, it just fills up the space so well, and it's really gonna close this village in, and I love it. I love having the trees. My new addiction to this in this village is trees. Yep, definitely. And here comes the fun part, adding the leaves. I can kind of just mindlessly go around the edges of this, and why are these creepers? Whenever I start talking, the creepers keep coming. Oh my gosh. But you kind of just go around the... No creepers, right? Okay. Just making sure. You can kind of just go around the edges, like this, and you just place them until you kind of get closer in, and eventually you'll form this, like, almost sphere shape. I need some more fences right in this area, but and it makes it look so nice because you can look inside the middle, but on the outside it just looks like a normal tree. Whoops. Yeah, I'd say if you can make a tree look good from the outside viewing it, and then you can also see like the trunk and some of the branches in the middle, you're doing good. You're doing pretty good, I'd say. Okay, and here's what I like to do is I take a step back after I finally feel like I got the first layer. Okay, you know, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's coming together. I haven't filled in some of these branches here, but like you can see the trunk here, and that's so nice, and it's so airy and fluffy. I love it. Ooh, look at that effect. Look at that effect. I love it. So we need to add a little more leaves in there so you kind of can't see there, but like you walk through here and it's like this little tunnel and then you walk out. Oh, it's going to be so cool looking. By the way, these structures I'm thinking we're going to do in the next episode. I have a pretty cool plan for both of them, but I need some more time to think on them, and I feel like I've done just a little bit, or I've done enough building for today. And you know, guys, now that I kind of look at it, this balcony, kind of useless. It's kind of useless, or at least this part. I think the only useful part is like right around here. Might want to redesign this. This is just, yeah, you know, a little bit weird. Okay, and with that, I think we can call this tree done. This tree is looking pretty good. Well, I need to add some acacia here just to make it feel a little more, what would I say, petrified? Yeah, petrified. And there we go. That's nice. I know I already built that tree on camera, but I like to consider this one the tutorial version of it. So yeah, with that, I think we got one more thing I want to do before we close this episode out. And guys, it's actually right here in the cave. I want to do a little more with this cave, not gonna lie. I think it could use something. I don't know what yet. I'll figure that out. But for now, I do want to build a super smelter right here. Just a small one. Nothing too big. But basically the idea with this is what I can send minecart chests up. And then they flow right through here. And yeah, you know, they do their thing. They go into the super smelter. So let me get a little bit of digging done. And I'll catch up with you guys once we have all this prepared. And prepared is actually a bad word for that, because I'm just going to go ahead and finish all of it. You want to know why? This took me an hour and a half of trial and error, and it sucked. I'll explain the gist of it on camera, so just enjoy this. Okay guys, and literally ignore everything I've said in the last, I don't know how long it's been, few minutes probably. I've finished this, and it's taken me way too long than I want to admit, but I'll say it, it took me about an hour and a half to get a hopper unloader, to get a water stream up to this 4-furnace super smelter. That's how long it took me, an hour and a half. I didn't follow any tutorials, that's probably why it took me so long. Anyways, yeah, this thing works. I've tested it already, but I'd just like to show you. Watch, we put 15 cobble, just send it up there, and bam, you hear the clicking, and then wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, I need to put more cobbles or coal in there. And there you go. Nice. This thing actually works. And I'm so happy. And yes, it is a very janky design. I mean, just look at this catastrophe. But you know what? It works. It works, and I'm happy. And yeah. So you know what, guys, I think I'm gonna have to end today's video, but let's finish it off with a nice cinematic of what we have built here today.